Hello, this is Jen Mitchell-Love from Solace Divorce Mediation, and this live is inspired by one of my clients that I'm helping right now. So I have been a family law attorney for 20 years. I used to be a litigation attorney for the first 9, and for the last 11, I've been a mediator and a coach. And typically, I work with both people going through the divorce, both spouses, and I guide them through all the legal conversations. But for this client, another offering I provide is guiding one person through the divorce journey and serving as a coach and kind of helping shift the way that they're looking at things and explain, what they are doing in the courtroom process. And so I met with her today. She has court tomorrow. And the thing about her is that she's an attorney. And she isn't a family law attorney, but she is a litigation attorney. So she has experience in court, which is amazing because she has zero concern about court tomorrow and arguing in front of a judge and being on top of all the different things that are being said and done, which is a huge advantage. And so I wanted to do this video for anyone out there who is going through a divorce or thinking about going through a divorce, and you're feeling totally freaked out because maybe your parents got a divorce when you were young and it was really gross and awful and you felt it and they hated each other. And so you're terrified. You don't want that to happen. Or maybe you have a friend who went through a divorce and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and lost their house and all of their retirement. And maybe that is freaking you out, right? And those scenarios that I just shared are very, very common, and they happen in the courtroom setting. And so, like I shared a little bit ago, what I do now for the last 11 years is I'm outside of court as a mediator, which means even though I'm still a licensed attorney, I'm acting in the capacity of mediator, which is a neutral. So I'm not here to cause arguments. I'm not here to cause stress. I am here to help you, to help people go through divorce by having the conversations we need to have and helping them reach creative agreements using 20 years of experience in family law that feel good to them. So, of course, clients at Solace, anyone out there who would like a consultation, I do free consultations. I am so happy to connect with you and reduce your fear and your stress and your overwhelm, because it doesn't need to be the horror stories that you have heard. And so this video is titled "The Legal Requirements Shared Simply," so it's just like bare bones, what you need to know. So if you're going to get a divorce, there are if you have minor children, you have three documents that you need to come up with the terms for. And those are the main documents, right? If you don't have kids, you have 2 documents. So in both the case with or without children, you need typically a judgment, some document that the judge is going to sign off on that basically says that they're going to incorporate the terms of the 2 other documents. And if you have kids, it's a parenting agreement. And in addition to that, then you have a financial agreement. And if you don't have kids, then of course, it's just the financial agreement. So now with these documents, okay, every state has its own law when it comes to divorce. And so definitely either, use a mediator who can guide you through the provisions that you need to talk about and you need to present to the judge as some type of agreement, or do your own research. But in all states, the parenting agreement, all of the terms of the parenting agreement, which typically will capture decision-making for the kids, education, extracurricular, medical, religion, those are the 4 most common. And so the question that presents is, how are you going to make decisions for your kids until they become adults? You're the parents. You're the drivers of this ship. So it's a conversation. Is it going to be an agreement before moving forward, shared, or a mindful conversation, and one of you is making the final decision, sole? And it doesn't take away your parental rights. It's decision making. That's it. And the focus, best interest of children. And then in the parenting agreement, you're going to have your parenting time, week to week, school breaks, holidays. You're going to have an agreement for travel. You're going to have an agreement for care providers, all different things, but they're your kids. It's easy. They're your kids, and you have to co-parent after your divorce. So the two of you are the absolute best authorities to make these agreements about what's in the best interest of your kids, since they're yours. And the two of you are in a relationship for the rest of your life, and you're going to be continuing to co-parent your children. So why not start now of having conversations, maybe disagreements, just like people sometimes do, and then talking through them and always focusing on your kids, best interest of kids. So that document, easy. I think easy. You don't need to battle it out. What are you battling it out? Why are you going to bring a guardian ad litem or child's representative, which would happen in court if you have any disagreements about your kids, which now is the attorney for your children, meeting with your kids, scaring, that can't be fun for kids, knowing that they have an attorney, meeting with them about their parents' divorce. Like, come on, we can do better than that, right? Right? As like parents, as people, as human beings, as people recognizing that sometimes things change and relationship, marriage, maybe it will last forever. Maybe it won't. However long it lasts is exactly what it's meant to last. And it's all perfect and it's all divine. You're meant to learn from this person and heal from this person and grow from this person and be grateful for this person. Especially if you have kids. It's like they wouldn't be those kids without this person. So just be grateful, be kind, be nice, figure it out. Figure out these parenting terms. And know too, the parenting agreement, it's like a jellyfish. It is so flexible. It's going to change with time. As you change, as your kids change, it's going to change. And then you have the financial agreement, which, yes, financial agreement, money is different than kids. When we're talking about your kids, you both love them. You have a vested interest. You want them to be good and happy and well-adjusted. Money, that's a little different. Some people, we all have different thoughts and beliefs when it comes to money that we learned from our parents, who learned it from their parents, who learned it from their parents, right? And it is what it is. It is what it is. You grew up in different households. You have different beliefs. That's fine. There is no right, wrong, good or bad. And now this is where it gets a little tricky too, because every state is different. Like I said, with the law, the majority of states in the United States, the umbrella is fair and equitable. There are, I think, 9 states still that do 50-50. However, if you are outside of court and mediation, the two of you can create something that feels fair and equitable to you. And that's the thing about the parenting stuff. It's like, well, you're the best authorities to determine what is in the best interest of your kids. You're also the best authorities to determine what is fair and equitable when it comes to asset and debt division and support calculations. And if you have kids, how much you're paying for those extra expenses of theirs, what percentage responsibility. Now, this is your stuff. This is your life. This is your life. This is your relationship that is shifting from marriage to something else that feels good, another space of relationship. So a couple things. I don't understand why anyone would want to spend their money, their hard-earned money, people losing their homes, their retirement accounts. Sure, attorneys can put little liens on those saying, oh, we're going to keep that for our legal fees, for our attorney fees, for our time to file motions and fight and argue on your behalf and go to pretrial conferences and email and phone call and Zoom the opposing counsel. For what? For what? I don't understand it. It's like, don't you think you're the best person to do that? You and your spouse? Like, this is your stuff. This is your life. Don't you want to keep as much of it as you can as you shift into this new life experience, this brand new life experience, and you don't know what is calling you, you don't know what is ahead for you, but you are trusting that it is something. Don't you want to set yourself up the best way possible for that and do it in a manner where it feels good, where you feel like you've been taken care of and you also feel like you've taken care of your spouse because you are grateful for the time together and because you don't want this person to be screwed over, because whatever happened that led you to divorce is all a gift for you. And that is on Solace University. There is a divorce mirror exercise video. I think it's $22. It is 34 minutes. When I do it, it takes about 3 hours. But I am sharing with you, if you watch that video, you will understand and learn what your spouse is here to teach you. All of the different things that have happened, regardless of the level of how terrible it was or how hurtful it was. It is all happening for you. And so check out that video. There's a masterclass on Solace University. It's solaceuniversity.com. That masterclass, what I am sharing with you right now, is 3 hours and 39 minutes of me sharing, at the time I filmed it, nearly 20 years of experience as a family law attorney and mediator and coach. So if you're thinking about going through a divorce, if you know someone who's thinking about it, if you are in it and you're in the courtroom, watch the masterclass and the mirror exercise. You will learn so much. You will learn so much. It does not need to take you a long time to get a divorce. You can get a divorce in, I'd say, 2 to 4 months is a good sweet spot. From start, the first time of the container of mediation. Now, this is if you use mediation. If you're litigating, no. If you're litigating, you are not going to get a divorce. I'd say a year is lowballing it. You know what I mean? The judges' dockets are overflowing. They do not have time. Family law attorneys do not have any vested interest to resolve the case, because why would they? Why would they? When you think about it, it's like, why would you? You're getting paid. You're billing in 6-minute increments. Don't you think they want to keep things rolling? Don't you think they want the conflict to escalate? Don't you think that they don't want you and your spouse to talk to each other? So they absolutely don't want you to like each other or feel empowered or feel like you could have a conversation and figure something out, because then they can't bill you for this stuff. So this is what I'm sharing with you from my heart space to yours. Truly, we can do divorce better. We can do it better. We can do it differently. Just because generations of time have done it one way does not mean that we have to do it that way too. So please check out the offerings at Solace. Check out all of the resources I have. I have so many things for you. Videos, free videos, tons of them on my YouTube, Solace University, solacedivorce.com, that website. They're everywhere. The mirror exercise, the masterclass. There are so many resources for you. And I really encourage you to check them out, because once you start, I have a book too, Shine Soul Shine. That's 30 days of self-discovery and healing through divorce. All of what I'm sharing with you. I understand that divorce may feel scary and it may feel overwhelming, and you may feel like you can't do anything. You're so disempowered. But it's the complete opposite. Divorce is presenting for you exactly as it should, exactly when it should. It is here as a gift. It is here to transform you, because it's going to shatter all of the beliefs that you have, that you grew up with about love, relationship, marriage, parenting, family, divorce. It's like all of these programs that you have used running in the background without you even noticing are now being brought to the front, and not just brought to the front, they are being shattered right in front of your face. And it is hard. Yes. It is dark. Yes. It is uncomfortable. Yes. It is sad. Yes. There's lots of all different kinds of emotions, and it's like a roller coaster. It's like some good days are good, some days are bad. Some days are all over the place at the same time. It's unpredictable. And it's difficult, but that's the thing. The growth happens in the dark. We have to be in the dark to grow. Divorce is one of the most difficult emotional experiences of your life, and it's meant to be that way because you are no longer any previous version of yourself. You are stepping into a new space of being, a new version of yourself that is a higher energetic vibration. And now the question is, what do you want to do with that life, this gorgeous life of yours, this delicious, amazing, juicy experience? What do you want to do with it? Truly, what do you want to do with it? And I think if you are feeling disconnected from your spouse, you are feeling this video is resonating with you and you're like, you know what? I want to do that. I'm not feeling happy in this space of relationship, of marriage. It's okay if you are feeling that way. It's okay. There's a lot of conversations that you're going to be having, right? And I'm going to start hosting healing circles every week that are going to be free, that you can jump on and you can listen to some things. You can do some breath work, maybe some guided meditation, ask some questions, and be part of a community and recognize you are not alone. You are not alone, and you're not losing your mind, and you're not a bad person. You life path. You're following your life path and your life's journey, and this is part of your journey. And I know you probably didn't think it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be part of mine too, or either. I didn't think it, but it was, and it's completely changed my life. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the whole experience. And now Erin is with this beautiful woman, Val. She's amazing. She's extraordinary. I love her. I love co-parenting with her. She's amazing. And none of that would have happened if I would have stayed stuck in the programs of like, ooh, marriage is till death do you part. There are good years and bad years. Marriage is a compromise. It's like, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And you don't have to believe it either if you don't want to. I am here for you. I could probably do this live for like hours, but I am going to journal. I am going to read. I am going to do a meditation, and I'm going to bed. So I'm sending you much love. I am here for you in all of the ways. Please reach out if you need help. Please check out solaceuniversity.com, solacedivorce.com, and the YouTube channel, which is on the website. Okay, sending you much love. Mwah.